4B is just okay. 4B, God, you know what you're not going to hear about in 2025? 4B. You will not hear about. You're hearing about it now. I didn't. Did you? Did anybody know what 4B was before November 5th or November 6th? Did anybody know what 4B was? No, you didn't. You had no earthly idea what 4B was, right? You knew what 4-H was before you would know what 4B is. Just another example of women using their sexuality to get political attention. Fuck them bitch. Fuck them bitch. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. God damn it. I thought I had Big Mo on here. Where's Big Mo? I guess I don't have him on here. Fucking A. Here.
Tell that bitch to be cool.
There you go. You can have that instead. Yeah. No, the whole thing. So I would you like me to repeat this again? I'll repeat it. Here's the deal is with the whole thing with 4B and everything, it's so funny because it's the natural recourse or the first reflexive like reaction for women is we're gonna snap our legs shut and not fuck you guys. You were fucking them in the first place. Like, okay, go right ahead. And but like of course everybody laughs at that and they go, well, if they had thought about that, then I guess abortion and reproductive rights wouldn't be such an issue this time around. Okay, funny. Yes, it was. But the thing is I keep throwing this out there and people want to fight me on this, and you won't fight me on it now. But if I say this in another 3 months, people will fight me on it. Women's only agency in this life is their sexuality. It is the only thing they have going for them. And every woman on some instinctive, subconscious level of consciousness, whatever, understands this from a very early age. From the time that boys start paying attention to girls, they understand that they have a certain power over guys, right? And if they want attention, they take their clothes off. That's the reflexive, like instinctual reaction. It's the reflex, right? So if women need attention or if they're protesting something, take your clothes off. If it's if it's the old actress or the old rock star, or if it's what is it? What? Did anybody have you seen the video of Avril Lavigne?
No,
she's a piggy now. Oh my God. Somebody called her piggy hot. I go, no, that's just pig. No, but she's showing off like ass cheek and stuff.
Yeah,
I think, okay, you're a performer. I kind of get it. I deal with women who show off their bodies all the time. And by the way, ladies, keep doing it. I have no problem whatsoever with that, but let's just call a spade a spade. Your only agency with men really in this life is your sexuality. And that's why women, when they start to lose that power and they lose that agency, that's when they don't know how to deal with it. That's when the frustration comes out. You don't hear women saying men have fragile egos and men only want to get with young girls because they're afraid of strong, powerful, independent women who are 30 plus years old or 35. You will hear that from women who are 33, 34, 35 years old. You don't hear that from women who are 23, 24, 25 because they're at the top of their game. Why? That wouldn't even occur to a hot chick at 23 years old. 33, 34, 35. Yes. Oh, I can't get with Rolo. Where are all the good men? They're in your 20s where you left them. I know that's fine. People ask me that and they laugh at that. But the thing is the reason why I always use that is because when women are in their 20s and in their mid 20s, they don't even realize that they're at the top of their game. And that's, the joke, right? Is there's a reason they call the store Forever 21 and not Forever 41. Because when you get past that, everything that you're doing to prolong that agency and prolong your beauty and prolong your fertility and prolong the idea that you are young and youthful and everything else all goes back to 22 years old, 23 years old. Women will always try to get back to that point in their lives where they had the most agency because they're on top. The world was their oyster. And I saw Myron Gaines was on Tim Pool just last week, and I was watching him, and the topic came up, and this is not something that Myron's unfamiliar with, but the topic came up about how women sort of time out or expire out of the sexual marketplace, right? And so he's saying, look, women's age, and he's not wrong. I'm pretty sure he's probably like channeling me or paraphrasing something I've written. But I said, look, when like women's sexuality, women's fertility, women's beauty, women's agency is perishable, and the older women get, the more it decays. This is not some super revelation. And then, well, of course, what Tim Pool has to say is, I disagree. You're wrong. Here's why. Right? I love that. And by the way, what happened to Tim Pool? I thought he was leaving the scene. I thought he was out. I thought he was long gone. Isn't this the guy that just said, "Hey, I'm taking a break. I don't have a crew anymore," and so now I'm leaving because for a guy who didn't have anybody to run his show, suddenly they magically reappeared. No, he said something to the effect of, well, he looks at Meyer and he goes, "You're wrong. I'll tell you why." Okay, and Meyer's like, "All right," and he's like, "Because of AI." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, AI filters will like make like old women look like they're young. Like, yeah, online. I'm like, I don't know if you know, like, and I like me some Tim, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know if you know this, Tim, but there's online world and there's real world. Okay. And eventually those two are going to have to meet somewhere along the way. And what's funny to me is the same people who will complain about how status is fake and prestige is fake and like everything online is fake and gay and French, right? These are the same people who will say, well, men, if you're trying to be a pickup artist and you're trying to run these lines on girls and you're trying to take a picture by your Lamborghini and it's not yours, it's rented or whatever, you're basically faking the cues of high status, right? Eventually, you're going to get found out. Okay, but the girl is not going to get found out with AI, with the filters in AI. Really? No. And so, like, I get what I get the concern. I think this is just something like Tim pulled out of his ass at the last minute because he's got a chick on the show as well who's like, you could tell she's just bristling at Myron during the whole thing. But the fact of the matter is like women's agency is perishable. It decays. And even if that woman, like I've said this a million times, every time we talk about the wall, the quote unquote wall, like too many guys are either too happy or too fucking pissed off about the wall. They're too happy because they think, you're going to hit the wall. The wall waits for no one. The wall is undefeated. Right. Yeah. Eventually. But then there's the guys who are just too pissed off about it. Well, a woman who's 45 years old, she just has to go down to the local bar and spread her legs and she can get laid anytime she wants. Guys can't do that. Well, if she's past the quote unquote wall, then how would she be able to do? Right. So it's like, you can't win with these guys. And so I'll explain to you the Rollo Tomasi definition of the wall, which is it's not a physical thing. The wall doesn't start here. The wall starts here. And so when a woman gets to be about 33 years old, at some point along the way, she realizes that she's not going to be able to compete in the sexual marketplace to the same level of performance that she could when she was 23. That's all that the wall is. It's when that woman makes that acknowledgement. She can no longer compete at the same level as when she was in her prime. That's all it is. So, for instance, I know women like Kindly Myers, who is 39 years old, and people will still not believe me that she's 39 years old. She is absolutely fucking stunning and is just a hammer and is funny, and you would want to marry this chick. Trust me. Gorgeous, blonde, blue-eyed, bikini model at 39 years old. Has she hit the wall? From the mental perspective, perhaps. From a physical perspective, no, not at all. She is most definitely still very, very desirable. So from a physical sense, so that's why I hate having to like sort of clarify this, because I'm going to listen to some tradcon bitch who just got out of fucking Sunday school who's going to go, you guys always talk about the wall. The wall isn't like that. Like, and so now I have to explain this coolly and calmly and whatever else. And then I do, they agree. And then 3 months later, the same bitch is going, you guys talk about the wall.